All right. Hey, y'all, this is Jody with the Up and Up, Real Progressives platform. And I have Lee Camp here, and I'm pretty excited to interview him. So he actually just got off stage, right? Amped everybody up, which was great. We're all pretty psyched about that. How are you feeling?
Amped up. Amped up.
I diagnosed that properly. I feel pretty good about myself.
You could be a doctor. You can help out with Medicare for all.
So how'd you get roped into coming down?
Well, I think they had me at this march. It's a Medicare for All march and the protest rally, whatever you want to call it, and they had me here to get some kind of unbiased view because I'm a big fan of our healthcare system. I just think it's doing great, and because it's the number one cause of bankruptcy, and I think eventually if you have everyone bankrupt, then we're kind of all on an even playing field. So that's cool. I think it locks a lot of people into medical debt, meaning they never get to do with what they want with their lives because they're always trying to pay that off. And the problem is if people get to do what they want with their life, they end up happy, and happy people suck. I mean, you can agree on that. So.
I mean, this seems like a perfect system, just not for us.
Yeah, not for humans. No, not for humans who give a shit about each other, but for us.
I mean, corporations are people too.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I love that she brought up money in politics because that's my little, you guys know how I feel about that.
Well,
that's fun.
That's the center of all evil. Yeah. That's the dark heart at the core.
So what do you think? We got a good crowd here today. You think this is going to, what do you think is going to be the result of this impact?
I think we do have a good crowd. I think we have a really amped up crowd. It's very hard for this. It's also blazing hot, and they're standing in the sun, so that shows the devotion. But, obviously it's not 1 million people, but I think that, like I said when I was up there, a lot of the things that we've achieved over the years, a month before it happened, it didn't seem like it was ever going to happen. I mean, you look at civil rights, you even look at more recent things like gay marriage or the freedom of Chelsea Manning or the ending of the Keystone Pipeline. You look at these things, they seem like they're never going to happen. It's impossible. And people just are tenacious. They keep fighting, and eventually you get to that tipping point. I mean, we are the only developed country without health care. It's this tipping point has to come eventually. We have to become an ungovernable people if they don't give us fucking health care.
Right. So, I mean, just to kind of put a pin in that, right? I just want to wrap it up because I think we all understand, and a lot of people understand that we're real frustrated. We got a guy out here earlier ranting and raving, and yet you kind of have to understand that, right? People are pissed off, but it's not a competition. It's we all need to come together. We need to rise up as the people. But here's my question. My question is, you've been doing this for a long time. You do the keep fighting thing, right? And you continue to keep fighting. And I know one of the main things, I'm an activist myself. I do this show because I'm an activist and I want to lift people up. But it's tough to keep going when you keep kind of getting pushed down. So if we could wrap it up in a pretty little bow, what would be your kind of call to the people who might be getting towards that burnout or, discouragement, disenfranchisement? What do you have to say to them?
Well, I find a lot of people that stay in it long term, first of all, they tend to, if you talk to them, they usually had some sort of win early in their activism career, and it might not have been huge. Early into my activist career, we saved a death row prisoner in Texas. They commuted his sentence. He's still alive today, and that's a tiny victory. That's one human being. So in the scope of things, it really doesn't matter. It's one human being, but that win shows people that this shit can happen. You can make a difference. So I think that is important. So people should find their issue and try to achieve some of those smaller wins. But more important than that is you just got to realize this is a marathon. It's not at no point in my life will I go, we did it. We have justice and peace around the world. It's all here. We did it. At no point. This will never stop. So it's got to be something that you find the joy in, you find the excitement in. I mixed a little bit of comedy up there with the more fiery stuff. And it's because you got to have fun with this as you're doing it. This should not be miserable. Fighting for justice should not be miserable because otherwise people will burn out. They will quit. You can't wake up every day and just go, oh, fuck it all. It's so honestly, the protesters and the activists I know who are creating change, they find the joy in it. They find the joy in revolution. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate it.
All right. Cheers.